That's true.
So, like, by just, like, constantly keeping the volleyballs coming out and pinning him down, yeah, he can still throw the grenades and pester you, but you're taking one of those tools off the table because if he's here and you're there, C4 is not a factor.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you can't throw it. Like,
yeah, and even then, it doesn't really make the grenades and everything that useful because it's like, usually you use that as a tool to either just rack up damage short or quickly or like over time, or use that as kind of like your way to get in. But if you can't even do that much, then it's, you know, Snake can't really do much of anything in that situation. And then it just gives him the opportunity to do deep breathing, and, you know, we saw how that went.
alright, so here we are. We got Nhan and Sytonix in winners finals. Sytonix is hot off of just an absolutely incredible winners semis where he took it over Andrew T 3-1. Let's see if he can carry that momentum through into a winners finals win.
Yeah, I was watching him play earlier, and it's just, I always get baffled by how much, or how high Ken's damage output is. Because he had
crazy.
It was his second stock in the last game. He maybe had 2 interactions with Andrew T, and the stock was gone. It was 67 to dead.
Oh, yeah. He only needs the, like, oh, that was really well spaced. Like,
almost gets the kill, but not quite off that.
And, like, to get the Shoryu past the Tetra card in that situation takes absolutely immaculate space. And
yeah, just his timing with the recovery just to avoid the counter is really, really
like,
good.
did he lab that? Like, oh my gosh!
Yeah, his spacing is so good this game. I mean, not to say that it hasn't been before, but it's just, he's just going around the counters. He's just going around the smash. Does get hit by the up smash, but knowing Ken, it's one up B away from being an even game. So, you know, what's the big deal?
That was almost the up B in question. So, like, Nhan is the type of player when he knows what you're fishing for, he's just not going to give it to you. He's going to bait you into it, and it's going to be a bad time. You have to mix up. You have to play the neutral. Like, that Shoryu spam habit is just not good here.
Yeah. Manages to land it without too much trouble, but that's still 50% that if... And granted, the bar is reset now, but if Joker manages to get Arsene before, or anytime soon, then he might be able to take the momentum, he might be able to take the momentum in his favor.
Yeah, the real deal in this matchup is that Ken could just be pretty darn easily gimped by Joker. Like, Joker just has so many tools that are just, like, so nasty for Ken to deal with. Oh my god.
I'm surprised he made that back.
He's surprising me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly what we were talking about. It's just side B or neutral B, just aim downwards, and Ken just can't really do much to avoid it aside from just bolt that he can get back or that Nhan messes up.
And Tetrakarn is also so dangerous.
Oh, still manages to get back. See, doesn't manage to get the follow-up on the drag down, but at this point, it's gonna, unless he can get a kill soon, it's gonna be kind of rough, especially if Nhan doesn't feel like he's able to, or it feels like as time has gone on, he hasn't been able to get in as much. And, like, granted, it's not gonna be, it would not be that hard for Ken to rack up the damage enough to be able to close that gap, but if he starts fishing like that, especially when we know Nhan can just can read those habits and get around it, he's not going to be able to catch up unless Nhan messes up and he gets lucky with it.
Yeah, Nhan is just very intentionally not putting himself in Shoryu positions. Like,
yeah, like he's like adding on little bits with what's the name of Joker's side B?
Eha?
Yeah, he's Eha, or he's just like, he's got most of the damage that he's gotten this stock has just been like tapping him with bullets or hitting him with Eha, and there's the back air.
And that'll close it out. All right, Nhan takes game one fairly convincingly with an untouched stock left. We'll see Sytonix.
Those explosive combos that he was able to have in previous games, then I feel like that may be able to swing the momentum back in his favor, but with how carefully Nhan is playing right now, it's going to be really hard to get him to do anything.
Yeah, like, some players you can get by, like, so to speak, choosing rock just multiple times in a row, like, and they'll like, he won't pick rock again, and like, and you get him. Not really one of those players. Like, when he knows that you're gonna pick rock, he just trusts you to pick rock, and he picks paper.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just really good at picking up on those habits.
and when it's something so transparent, like you're fishing for shore you, it's just like, okay, like that's your rock. I'm gonna always pick paper. I just know you're fishing for shore you, and as long as you don't deviate from that, then I'm feeling pretty good. Like,
one thing you can already see here, though, is that to avoid Sytonix is it looks like he's already playing a lot more careful. Like, when he's doing his dash ups and everything, he's just trying to be very aware of where the projectiles are at any given moment, especially EHOG, just because of how much
oh my gosh,
over time. But it already, I mean, and still managed
really
to
well timed
on that. But it just feels like he's a lot more careful.
Good trade.
Oh,
and there's the back air. Not
quite,
enough.
But
gosh,
it will not be hard, especially with kill power again. It's not going to be ridiculous to sound. There we go. The up smash takes it.
And there it is. Sytonix takes the first stock of game number 2.
Okay, 36.
I can't believe the weight buff that Joker gets when Arsene comes out. Like, the fact that back air with rage didn't kill it like 100 near the ledge is just like crazy to me.
It's, yeah, I feel like maybe if it, I don't know. I have a whole thing with Joker just because back where in Open we have a few of them, so I have a good bit of experience against Joker.
I think Joker is a little overtuned in general, but in particular the weight buff that he gets off of Arsene, like allows him to survive things that are just like ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
just like a character with that speed and frame data should not be allowed to live Ken back air on the ledge at 100 with rage. Like, it's just,
yeah, it's like because it's not even like Joker's a bad character on his own. Like, Joker on its own, even without Arsene, is still really good.
Joker would be viable without Arsene, like,
yeah.
100%. Like, he'd be better Sheik. That's like what it would be like.
Yeah, almost getting a shield break there, though. That was scary. Especially at that high percent, getting a shield break from Ken that is a death sentence. It almost
like Arsene Joker is like fusing Sheik and Bowser together in the same character for like a minute at a time, and it's like the most terrifying thing in Smash.
It's wow. It really sucked if we had a sortie that was something like that in the game, you know? Pyromithra. You know. You gotta live with it. But either way. Man, I guess while we were distracted talking about Joker, I guess Nhan started to pull ahead. Almost gets back. Covers it with a down smash.
Yeah, Nhan taking it again, game number 2. Despite Sytonix taking the early lead, Nhan...
Strong start, but I guess it's just... Nhan's just, like, he's even though Sytonix might adapt, I guess Nhan's just a little bit faster when it comes down to it.
Yeah, Nhan is good at mid-game and mid-set adaptation. He can adapt to the adaptation, and it becomes a one on top of the other sort of thing, where Nhan just has the space right now to be one step ahead.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. I feel like especially towards the end there, it kind of just felt like at first, he was definitely willing to play more patient, but as he fell behind, Sytonix kind of just fell into those old habits of being like, okay, I'm going to fish for up B here to get the kill so I can catch up, or anything else. And it kind of just felt like you could feel the desperation in trying to keep up with Nhan towards the end of that set. And while it's fairly even to start, you just gotta hope that, you know, it doesn't rear its up, or those habits don't rear the ugly head again. He doesn't fall too far behind. Almost gets the kill off of that. But see, again, he's just trying to fish for that up B when he really needs to slow things down. Because Nhan has shown he will read you. If you're not careful, he will read you. Oh, let me just get the parry, but no follow. Oh, another parry.
Very nice. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get the kill yet.
Nice DI. Oh, this is a really good DI on that. But almost kills.
Good aerial.
He's holding on really well.
That was really weird. He, despite having auto turnaround, managed to swing the wrong way. Alright, there it is.
Gets that up B, but oh yeah.
Jab reset will, oh, not quite. Not enough to do it on its own anyway.
It still manages to,
That's not how I expected that stock to go.
yeah, I was gonna say, he's just been so careful up until this point, just to do out of shield up smash kind of feels a little bit strange. Oh wow, 35%! Oh, there's just those 2 hits. As we stay while watching Joker. Okay, 24 off of forward air, very cool.
Like, it can be so big to get the, like, 2-frame, like, charge smash attack when your opponent's recovering. But especially against, like, Arsene Joker, if you don't actually get it and get the kill with it, it can be punished so big. Like, he took, like, 25 to 30% just for attempting it. And it was just like, when you do that several times in a set, you have to start to wonder, like, is it worth it? Like, even if I get it once in a set, is it actually worth it? Like,
yeah. Though, fun fact I actually didn't know up until recently, when Arsene is out, Joker's, like when he grabs, it's easier to 2-frame him, because I think when he grabs ledge, his like hitbox ends up shifting higher while he uses, or like flight.
Yeah, his up B is, with Arsene is exploitable in that sense.
Yeah. A lot more than his tether, but oh. Okay, so right here, Sytonix absolutely needs to just try and rein things in, and while it's going to be really tempting to try and go for those upbees and get those get the kill when he has this lead, however small it may be, he needs to just try and play a little bit more, like hold back a little bit more, just so make sure that he doesn't end up getting comboed like he is. Oh.
Nhan's really ratcheting at the tempo here, trying to keep him on the back foot.
All it was... Oh, I don't know if I would... Oh, wow, just run up... Oh!
Not enough, no.
Got the kill screen, but not enough to get the kill. Oh, and a back air? Oh,
back air is not enough either, because Arsene...
Oh,
but that will do it! Okay, you know, I said it. I said it a lot, yeah, that, like, if you get it once, is it worth it? Well, he thinks...
The verge of... fallen off there, but maybe...
You only have to barely win every game.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you don't barely lose, you're fine.
Almost is not enough here, and it seems that he is just a little bit more than enough to hang on. Though, I guess, like we were seeing at the end there, just having that patience. He was starting to get into Nhan's head, because I feel like for this entire match, he hasn't really been able to keep up, but you saw right at the end there, he almost ended up getting that jab to Shoryuken right at the end with the tech with the roll read. So if he can keep applying that kind of pressure, who knows? Maybe he can turn it around again.
Yeah.
But just knowing on, or what we've seen from these last few games, for all we know, he could just adapt again and just make it another convincing win.
Yeah, it's very difficult to actually reverse 3-0 someone, especially if they use their stage counter picks. Because you're now in the position of having to fight through 3 stage counter picks.
Yeah. And even right at the beginning here, it kind of feels like the roles have reversed a little bit, where like right out the gates, it just feels like Sytonix is so much more aggressive than he's been at the opening of the last few games. And now that he has Arsene, we can see... oh, wow, chases him all the way down. But Nhan, at first at least, before he got Arsene, was just a lot... It felt like he was playing a little bit more passively, but right after he got that Arsene, it was just over for that stock. Yeah, no. Oh, not quite what he needs, but it's just going to take one more good hit. Why did it turn him up?
Looks like a accidental reverse, maybe? I don't know.
It's a bit of a funny turnaround moment, but on Ken of all characters, but that is not what, clearly not what he needs for his mentality, because now he's just fishing. Okay, managed to land the forward air and gets the
Alright, forward air takes it, I guess. Off the top. That's not something that you normally see, but
I guess in any case, I'm sure Sytonix is more than happy to take it.
absolutely evens up the stock count and ostensibly gets him back into this game.
One thing that I'm noticing though is that he's kind of picked up on the fact that even though he got the kill on the last stock from down smashing him like that, it seems that he's at ledge. He knows like, okay, Joker can just forward air me and ends up racking up a good 30% or maybe even reversing on me. So I've seen it like last few times he's run up.
Oh, very nice.
He just ends up shielding and almost gets the kill. It's the number of times we've seen the kill screen or the kill sparks for Shoryu only for it not to kill these last few matches is kind of nuts. I feel like every other time he lands it, we get it, but it just doesn't manage to kill.
All right, there it is. The Shoryu that puts him in the lead in game number 4.
Though this could just be F. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, that's extra credit.
Hey, 5%. That could be a huge 5%. We never know. Okay, 48. And just gets 67. But this could be the turnaround right here. Oh, almost just gets the down air there and just kills.
Yeah, you have to be willing to spar with Arsene here, unfortunately. There's no space not to. Yeah, that was, yeah.
He was holding on really well, but it's just anytime Nhan brought out Arsene, that stock was just gone.
Yeah,